right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we are GMS Louisiana Saints, Lafayette Camp. All right, coming back at you with another live lesson. All right, Shabbat Shalom, should I
Shabbat
say.
Shalom.
All right. But before we get started, we're going to face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Kadash.
All right, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Aki, in this pushing truth and sincerity.
Shalom.
All right. And today's topic, or the lesson, should I say, is named This Society Views Likes as Wisdom, Knowledge, and Understanding. Pretty much going over, it's not about the likes that you get on your posts, but it's more about who's watching, man. All right. Is that person that watching or the elect, man? Because that's what this whole truth is about, man. Filling up the elect, and making your own call in election, sure. You know.
I got one.
You got one? All right.
Yeah, we'll get it real quick. Just backing the brother up. This is Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. So it says that the eyes of the Lord. Read it one more time, Bible shop.
This is Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
That's right. So ultimately, some people come around because they find this thing entertaining. They like hearing us or different brothers curse out the white man or talk down on the white man, but that's not what this is about, man. And the Lord, it's not dealing with certain people who only find this thing entertaining, man. All right, it's not about entertainment. It's about people coming back to the knowledge of who they are, man. Realizing who their enemy is, man. All right, realizing who they are. All right, following the law, statutes, and commandments, building and having a relationship with the Heavenly Father, man. That we can get mercy, man, in these days, man. Because it's coming down to the pipe to where persecution, famine, all these different things that we see happening are accumulated, man. All right.
Right. And if I could back the brother up, the multitude of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you flock to some form of entertainment. That's your the essence of your livelihood. How you can be entertained, how you can be pleased, how you can go after the flesh. So you flock to different videos that have lots of views. Those are the ones that catch your eyes, and you mistaken that for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And the videos that have lower views or least views, like our videos, the men of the Lord, but are the most edifying, the most wisdom, the most knowledge, the most understanding, you cast it off as not, man.
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
All right.
I got another quick one. This is Amos 9 and 8. You got it.
Because I'm gonna back up what the brother was just now saying. This is Matthew 37. All right. Matthew 13 and 37 and 47. Shalakia. Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a net that is cast into the sea. All right. So the kingdom of heaven, which is the truth, which is the prophets. All right. The prophets, the different churches that's out there teaching the truth, man. All right. They casting a net. They're preaching His word. All right. That the word is what catches our people, man. All right. And it says that was cast into the sea. All right. The unicorn, the world, and gathered every kind, man. So you had the clean kind, and you had the unclean kind of fish, man. All right.
Yep.
And it says, which then, when it was full, they drew it to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, man. So the good fish, all right, was kept, man. They stayed, all right. They came within the bodies, all right. But it says, but cast the bad away, man. So some people, they like the brother was just going into, they just come around just for the lights, or they just look at the videos because Israelites meet I don't know Big Sean or NBA YoungBoy come to camp or different things like that, man. That catch Jake. Oh man, let's see what he says. Like they don't really go into it for edification, man. All right, they don't really seek that title out for edification. They just seek it out because they have that world on it, man. That world, man. Every little catchword, little keywords. Our people draw near to that, man. Or a fight breaks out at camp, man. That may have 20,000 views, man. And people like that.
Yep.
Come on, you have it up.
All right. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. I'm going to start at verse 17. From that time, Yahushua began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And ultimately, that's the moral and essence of our videos, from the apostles on down to least of us. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right? The message and the essence of our videos isn't go rob a bank, go shoot up a school, do drugs, fornicate, be an adulterer. Those videos and those topics get thousands upon millions of views, man. Those videos and those topics, they're funded, man. They're funded to keep it up, man. They taking on money purse, man. But the topics with the most stability, the most wisdom, the most guidance, all right, they're the ones with the least amount of views. But in our mindset, we're a great millstone. We're that working instrument, that grinding instrument that keeps going, man. So even though these people don't believe around us, like Romans 3 says, so what if they don't believe? Is that going to make the effect of the Most High null and void? No, it should not. Yahweh Shem Yahushua forbid. And that's our mindset. That even though we put up a video with 1 view, 5 views, 10 views, that's not going to stop the word of the Lord from coming out, man, just because it gets little views, little likes, man. But it says, and Yahushua answered, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw 2 brethren, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers, literal fishers, meaning their occupation was that. But Yahushua spoke unto them in parables, and having ears, they heard it, they received it. They received that wisdom and knew what Yahushua was talking about, and they acted on it, man. They didn't care whether 1,000 around them didn't believe on it or not. Or they didn't care that the people that were 1,000 around them, that other people will believe in them, are giving them fame because they did the will of the Lord, man. No matter if people thought it was cool or if people thought it was lame, man. Like in the world, they try to put that perception upon the men of the Lord. You're lame, you're a square. Put some excitement in your life. Go celebrate Halloween. Let's go to this haunted house. Let's kiss under the mistletoe. Buy me a big bear for Valentine's Day. Let's go celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Let's pop fireworks for the 4th of July. That same cycle of wickedness. But when are you going to step outside of that ball of confusion and chase after wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? We don't do it for the likes, man. We do it for the Lord. But it says, and he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
That's right. So it says, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men, man. All right. Gathering up, the elect, man. Gathering up the men that were, that hearken unto this word and listen and stayed around, man. Right? Not just for entertainment. They actually, took notes down and went home and studied them. Build themselves up in the spirit. That's how you're gonna decipher or figure out which ones are the good fish and which one are the bad, man.
Yeah.
All right. If you have a crab in the bucket, you will know.
Yep. Because that's what wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It teaches you temperance. It teaches you guidance. It teaches you the law. What to do and what not to do. We're rehearsing the righteous acts here in America. That means we're rehearsing the righteous laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're rehearsing them to the best of our ability. All right? But there's clear-cut things in the law that you could absolutely perform here in this captivity, man. Like not cracking open a crab leg and eating it. You could perform that, man. That's easy.
Yeah, you like work,
Like not going to a Christmas party, man.
Yeah.
Or putting up a Christmas tree in your house, man. Oh, my bad. It was just there. I can't, my bad. No, man. You have no excuse for that, man. Like the scriptures say, we don't have a license to sin, but you got it out.
All right. This is Romans 8:5. It says, "For they that are after the Shalakia, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit, man." So, you know, we mind the things of the spirit, man. We're looking for the spiritual things, man. All right, we're not looking for carnality, man. We're not looking for the world to, to give us a whole bunch of likes and glory and all that.
Right,
You
right.
know, vain glory, man.
Right, right.
All right.
God.
It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. All right. So to be carnally minded is death, man. All right. But it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, man. We have peace of mind here, man. All right. It says, because the carnal mind is enemy against the Lord, Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So even
Yes.
so even they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh, man, because they're trying to please themselves. They're trying to look for self-gratitude. They're trying to look for self-glory, man.
Right, right.
They
Self-seeking.
Yeah, self-seeking.
Self-seeking.
Lovers of themselves,
Ooh,
man.
hey, you can get that word, self-seeking?
Con, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You want me to continue on?
Yeah, you can if you have.
Yeah. You was done with yours?
Oh yeah, con.
All right. I got one in Galatians the 5th chapter, because this chapter is a banger, just going into the different witchcrafts and lust of the flesh, man. And it's gonna show you the difference between the lust of the world and the lust of the flesh, the difference between that and the spirit. And you could liken that on to the essence of our message. The essence of our messages, from the apostles on down to least of us, the men of the Lord, our essences of the spirit, our messages of the spirit. The messages that get the most likes, the most views, they're messages of the flesh, envies, murders, violent. I'm gonna get into it. It's Galatians 5. It's Galatians 5 and 18. Salaki, I'm gonna start at 17. Galatians 5 and 17. For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Hey, ultimately, that's the battle. That's the struggle right there. That's one side pulling, the other side pulling back. One side is the spirit, the other side is the flesh. They're warring after each other. All right? One is trying to be victorious over the other. The flesh wants victory over the spirit, and the spirit wants victory over the flesh. The flesh comes in that way of dragging you down, man, giving you over to those lusts and those things that are gonna destroy you. The spirit gives you life. The flesh gives you death, man. But it says, but if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. All right, the spirit of what? Of faith, man. And we had that spirit today, man. Romans the 5th chapter. All right, that faith that we have is ultimately going to have enough grace for us to be on those chariots, man. Because it's going to take faith to lead the spiritual powers. It takes faith for us to depart from the world. It takes faith for us to keep going after our videos or views don't get as much likes, don't get any views. Say, okay, well, it doesn't matter if my video gets 0 views, 5 views, 10 views, 1 like, 2 like. I'm doing it for the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I'm doing it for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's not going to get a lot of likes on this side. As the title of the video, are people mistaken videos with likes, thousands of views for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and they've traded onto that. They've been given over onto that spirit of thinking, okay, well, I'm watching a video. This guy's he brawling in the streets, yelling all type of slangs. What he gonna do? What he gonna do that? Okay, well, I'm taking on to that. That's what I'm gonna do in that situation. Instead of taking on to the spirit, the edifying videos that the men of the Lord put out that may not be giving a lot of views.
Yeah, kind of like that scripture that you had first brought up.
Yeah.
About fearing the eyes of men, not fearing the eyes of the Lord. You know, the only thing that really should matter is that, you know, how do you feel that the Lord looks at you, man? How do you think the Lord, what really matters is how the Lord sees you, man, not how everybody else sees you for likes and all that self glorification, man. But I have that definition if you wanted to bring
You
it
got it.
up.
Yeah, you can bring it
All
down.
right, this is self-seeking. It says having concern concern for one's own welfare and interest before those of others, self-serving. All right. So yeah, it says self-serving, self-absorbent. All right. Let's see what else it
Doing it
has.
for the likes, doing
Yeah,
it for the gram, doing it for the audience.
selfish.
You're not doing it for Yahweh Shemi
Yeah.
Shai. You're doing it for your own glory, for your vain glory. That's what we see, and that's what people flock to for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So when that spirit latches onto you, you become onto that.
Uh,
You start being in that self vanity, self vainglory, self seeking spirit. Now everything is about you, my content, my page, my followers, my subscribers, my audience, my platform. No, man, this is Yahweh Shem Shai's platform, man, his audience, all right? Which are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that's who we're trying to solicit, so to speak, or fish for, like the scriptures went into. That's who we fish for. Those unclean fish, we put them to the side. We don't clean that and break bread. You got it, bro.
all right, I got
And I
one.
got some more after you.
All right, this is I got a precept if you want to finish your
You got a lot more.
All right, let me just give this quick one. This is Second Timothy 3:2. It says, For men shall be lovers of themselves, all right, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful.
And that's what we see with the millions of views. That's what we see
Yeah,
with the billions of views. One
them
more
those.
time up. You got it.
It says again. It
You
says,
can break it down.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, all right, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And these are the type of videos or things that we see on the internet that gets the most likes, are the ones that people are being, rude, unholy, disobedient.
Yeah.
The women that shake their behinds, being
Yeah.
shameful.
Lascivious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wonton. Yeah, man.
Jake stealing out of the store.
Yeah, man.
Like all these different shootouts, like
Rebellious to
yeah,
parents. Beating his daddy up. Jake be beating his daddy, talking to his
right,
mama any
knocking
type
out
of way.
grandmas and all this stuff.
And that's what we see, man.
God,
That's the evils that have gone out, man. But our people, specifically you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you flock onto folly. You flock onto vanity, nothingness. Like the scriptures tell you, your sins have withholding good things from you. So our people take hold to these different idols, these different ways of life, because they see it being promoted. They see it that it's on a high level of fame, that it's on a platform that is right in their face. But a lot of the time, it be Esau funding in the back, funding these certain platforms that they could push a certain agenda, man. That our people could go to. Oh, this video has 10 million views. Now it's on your requested. Now it's on your
yeah.
trending. They call
It's
it
like
trending.
it's like once you start to like that one thing,
Yeah.
like you could have watched everything that has ever been knowledgeable to you, like what I'm saying, as far as knowledge wise. But as soon as you like something that's off, as soon as you like something that's off, that's all you start to see on your feed now, and that's purposely designed like that, man. All right, to see things like that, man, to see folly, man. All right, next thing you know, you got all kind of wicked stuff going through your feed. Now you dive it into it, like you starting to look into it, you know.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah. And like you said, you'll like something that's righteous, and this certain platform that we on right now, they won't find no videos dealing with it or similar to that. But you like one thing with a bunch of Jake in the background waving guns, doing drugs, women naked, loving on other women, you get 1,000 videos. Oh, most requested, most frequent,
Yeah.
trending for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got some more?
That's it on that one.
This Galatians 5, you got it. And verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. Now these are likened unto the works of the flesh, are likened unto what the topic is going into about society views likes as wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Society views works of the flesh as wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Works of the flesh as somebody coming down with a $10,000 as a phone book, gold grill, pants sagging, doing drugs, tattooing their face. That's the popping thing to be in the society. Coloring their hair.
Right.
These are likened on today. These are the views. They get millions upon likes and views. That's likened unto our people as wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because you see the society, it's transforming into just this. Into the things we see on the internet, man. The wild, crazy stuff. We're actually seeing that. So literally, it's being likened onto this society. But it says Galatians 5 and 19, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murderers, drunkenness, revelings, and such likes, of the which I tell you before, as I have told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Yeah. So basically, the brother said, man, all of these things that the brother just now listed, which are unholy, those things are being manifest in the world, all right? And we're seeing them more and more and more because they're being glorified, man, each and every day. You know, they're being glorified. Matter of fact, yeah, they're being glorified each and every day and being brought to the forefront. They're saying, okay, this is fine to do, man.
Yeah.
All right. They're pretty much saying, like the scripture says, man. All right. They like to put darkness for light and light for darkness, man. Yeah. All right.
The society is shaped off of just that, man. And we're seeing it. Not only are we seeing it on our phones, our tablets, our computers, now we're seeing it in the workplace, at the gas station, at the stoplights, in the supermarkets. Because the society is shifted off of, like the scripture said, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness. That's all you see, man. Oh, I want what he got. I'm going to rob him. When I catch you, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. You better not have such and such with you. I'm going to take all your chains, your jewelry. That's all you seeing. Look, I got his chains. I got his jewelry. Look, I got his girl. Look, I got her on side me now. Look what she doing for me.
Right.
And that's all. That's the makeup of America, man. Works of the flesh. But here it goes. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yahushas have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. And here's the point, because you brought out that word self-seeking, right? It says, if we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Because the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in this society is foreign to it, man. It's not something that this society upholds, because they crucify Yahushai in the flesh for what he upheld for the Father, Yahweh, man. So they're going to do it to us. So it's not going to be likened for us to get lots of views, lots of videos, because the lost sheep of the house of Israel is only that remnant. But it says, let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another, because that's all vainglory does, man. It separates. It's seditions. It divides, man. And a house divided cannot stand, man. So in the Lord's house, you have to have that spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, meekness. Because when you do it for yourself, you're not adding on to the house. Because can a brick come loose from off of off an establishment, off a house, and jump away from the house and say, I'm gonna build a house with me alone? Or can a brick add on to that house, man? And keep that house for that position that that brick was designed for, man, for its place. And that's what we know. We have certain places that, okay, I'm doing this for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm not doing it for likes or views. I'm not doing it for the attention of the world. This is my place. I'm teaching what I know. I'm doing it for the Lord, you know?
Each part of
You
that,
got it.
like the brother was saying, like each part of the house has its own purpose, you know, for what other person may come in, man. All right, their life experience, you know. So, that brother's life experience and that person that's on the outside life experience may go hand in hand with each other, man. And that's what draws them in. Different. You have different parts of the body, man. Different parts of brothers had different parts and walks of life, man. So it's beneficial to the body, man. In that way. All right, I got one real quick. This is Galatians 5:26. Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. And that's what you see, man, in this industry, man. That's what you see in the industry. That's what you see on mainstream media. You know, this person got more likes than you. What? Anyway, uh, it says, let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. So a lot of these superstars that are on social media, they envy one another, man, because
Right.
they're like, oh, I want to be the most popular chef.
I'm better.
Yeah, I'm better than him, And then when you see a lot of them come
I'm
together,
flexing.
God, a lot of them when they come together, man, you can see that animosity between each other, man. It's like you can cut it with a knife, bro. You can cut the air with a knife.
That's
man,
why they killing each other.
Yeah,
they killing each other off. We're literally seeing this.
Yeah, man.
This guy killing this guy off. He repping off his name after he's dead. Like this is the things we're seeing, man. This is the lasciviousness. Yeah. This is the envy, the strife, the hatred. That's what's being glorified, man. That's what's getting the millions upon billions upon trillions of views, man. But the things that are eternal, the things that are integral, the things that are positive, the things that are spiritual, those things barely get views. Me and the brothers talk about it all the time. We send each other different videos, Akim, and so as you all. You bless Akim, Shalom, Akim, Abashmi, Shabrakatah. You blessed Akim out there, send each other different videos, different elders and apostles breaking down lessons, going in and edifying and exhortating the body. And we'll be sending it to each other like, man, this is beautiful, man. That's a fire lesson all the time. But then we see they have little views, little likes to it, compared to the folly and the vainglory that's pushed in this society, man.
And the words that they speak, they're real, like they hit you,
hit different.
Yeah, they hit completely different. Like, man, this brother ain't got no legs. But you encourage that brother. You leave comments in his in his comments and be like, hey, brother, I really enjoy your videos, man. I know you may not have that many views, but you really, really, your words really, really touch me, man.
Yeah.
And that gives that brother encouragement to keep on pushing, man. Even though, it may not seem that way, man. So, a lot of the time, Esau, which is the devil, man, he really have a play on that, man. Like, how many views you get to try to
he manipulates
mess on your what is it, your self-esteem, or you ain't got
right.
You know what I mean? They do that now, man.
Or take your like back, take your views back, man. We know we're not ignorant. Let me get it real quick, because that's another reason that we keep pushing on through the spirit, because we know Esau, you the prince of the air, and we know that the Most High is using you to test our faith in circumstances, to see, are you going to still upload that video like we always going to, even though it don't have no volume, or even though they had certain things that interfere with you making it. Are you going to do it again for the Father? This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right. It said his devices, man. All right. Who's in control of YouTube and all this other stuff like that, man? These different platforms.
Yeah.
All right, Esau Edom, man.
Yep.
All right, he has to say on. Look at all this thing that's going on with West. I ain't gonna say his name because they
Yeah.
canceling everything right now with him. But
Mm-hmm.
look how they subdued him, man. They do the same thing with our videos, man. All right.
Yeah.
Really, to be honest, the apostles and the elders and all other brethren, they really have millions of views, man. All right, but the
In
fact
the
is
spirit,
that
yeah.
yeah,
That's why we brought out earlier the eyes of the Lord, because such as those that fear only the eyes of men. That's what you YouTubers do, man. You fear the eyes of men. What are they gonna perceive me as? If I put this out, oh, let's make sure it's all nice, all
yeah,
scripted, all lined up, the way we like it, the message we're gonna put out. Hey, man, we move by the spirit, man. The scriptures tell you walk by faith, not by sight, man. We don't fear the eyes of men. We fear the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why if our videos get no views, we still put a one up in a couple hours or the next day. We still exhortate. We still edify, man. In the gift and in the lane, the spiritual lane that the Lord has put us in, man. We don't care to, okay, well, I got take that video down. Take that video down. They told me to pull it. The guys told me to pull it in the bag. You got to take that video down. No, man. You got that. You got one? I got one. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life." And that's all these different industries of Esau, man. They fill with idols. They fill with wine. They fill with other doctrine, man. They fill with that strange woman. And it says the invention of them the corruption of life, man. Because that's all that fame and that stardom and that vainglory. I don't know if you had the definition. That vainglory, that's all what it does to your mental, man, your mind. It puts you in a corrupt mindset. So now you're doing certain things for likes. You're doing things for views.
You're defiling your temple.
Yeah, you're defiling yourself and making a mockery of yourself to be accepted, basically, in the sight of men. Not in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the holy angels. Because if you was, then you'd still be pushing on no matter how many views you get or how many likes. Because it's for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know he's going to reward you, not in the sight of men. You got it, bro.
All right. It says pride in oneself or one's achievements. All right. It says excessively vain. It says, let's see if I can find another definition real quick. So basically, yeah, man, it says pride oneself, pretty much like you put yourself on a pedestal, man. You put yourself, like the last one was self-seeking. It's pretty much goes one and one with the same. Somebody who is all about themselves. You know.
Hey, I got you on to back you up because ultimately the scriptures, that brother read vainglory, but the scriptures tell us that we boast in the Lord. So we got pride in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We don't boast on our self acclamations because the Lord said our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right. So this is Psalms 44:8. It says, "In the Most High we boast all the day long and praise Thy name forever." Salah. So we boast in the name of the Most High all day long. How do we do that? Through prayer, fast, and supplication, exhortation, putting up videos, charity, brotherly love. All right, keeping the Shabbat, keeping the high holy days. You know what I mean? Those things we boast in, ultimately, to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, not to please men. That's why our kingdom is not going to be manifested in this world, man. It's a spiritual third temple. We're spiritually being brought back to who we truly are, man. You got it, bro.
All right, this is Philippians 2:3. It says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem another better than themselves." So we gotta esteem each other's up, man. We gotta esteem each other's self-esteem, man. You know, we gotta, you know, give brothers their flowers. Like, hey, but that was a great video. You know, like brothers posts, man. You know, like brothers videos, like brothers camp videos, so forth and so on, man. Show that love between brothers, man, because that example is not being shown forth out here in the world, man. All right, everything is me, self, you know, self glorification, man. All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
so,
got some more. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12 again. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. So the Lord is telling you, these idols weren't anything from the beginning, man. They didn't hold any weight. They had no breath in them. So why worship them? It's vainglory. So as they are in the end, they still don't have it holding any weight. Here we are about to be delivered out of Babylon, Lord willing, man. So why take hold onto them? Take hold onto the spirit. Take hold onto sound doctrine. But it says, verse 14, for by the vain glory of men, they entered into the world, they being those idols, entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. So the Lord is going to put all this vain glory to an end, man. You YouTubers, you bloggers, you so-called Israelites that are renowned in this world, in America, all your fame and vainglory, man, is going to be put to end. All those likes on pictures, on videos, for that folly that you post and that corruption that you speak, all those things are going to come to an end, man. But you know what's not going to come to the end? The spirit, the sound doctrine, the kingdom of heaven. That's what's really going to stand firm, man. And it's men, the tabernacle of David, the 144,000, the 1/3, men, women, and children. And then the kingdom, the rest of the 2/3, man, are going to be brought back into this royalty, into this priesthood. You got it, bro.
you still have more in that wisdom, Solomon?
That was it.
All right. You can go with yours, right?
All right. This is John chapter 18, verse. Could you get Daniel 2 and 44? It's John 18 and 36. Yahushua answered, Yahushua speaking, my kingdom is not of this world. Now, what did Yahushua mean by that? All right, at the time, he was facing under Roman persecution. All right, but now here we are in these latter days. Yahushua is about to crack those clouds, man. In that angelic body, the thing that he prophesied over 2,000 years ago, man, is about to come true. So Yahushua's world, all right, his kingdom is being spiritually made on the planet Earth right now. It's not being made by the hands of men, by the work of YouTubers, bloggers, because backing the brother up, like you said, those views, those likes can be manipulated. You could buy likes, you could buy streams, man.
Sure can, man.
So all those things are manipulated by the powers that be, so to speak. But it says, if my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. Because that chief cornerstone, which is Yahushua, all right, which is not cut, that stone not cut by the hands of men, all right, is being made right now in America, across the four corners, Rome, Italy, London, the UK, all right, Suriname, Jamaica, okay. All those places, the Lord is raising up that tabernacle of David again through the Spirit, man. Not through a million likes on your views. Because this is a so-called, what you would call a grassroots organization, man. This is ground up, what you would say, so to speak, but built by the Spirit, man. This is engineered and designed by the heavens, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They didn't call a bunch of contractors and subcontractors, and they didn't call a bunch of how did they say that? Homeowners association, okay, to make and build this up. This was architect in the heavens, man, and now it's coming to play in this society, and it's a spiritual thing, and it can't be torn down by the hands of men. All right, either. But it says that I should be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. Right now, man, that little sanctuary pertaining to Ezekiel is being built up, man, across the four corners. The Lord is working a miracle in this day, and just like in ancient Egypt, the closer we got to being delivered, the closer we got to that miracle being performed, man. All right, but guess who was there all along? Yahushua, man. And so is he today. Yahushua is the Ark of the Covenant, man. So ultimately, we are to serve the Lord, man, and fear him. You got it, Daniels.
2 and what?
You can start at 44.
All right, Daniel 2 and 44. It says, in the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom that which shall never be destroyed.
One more time, man.
All right. This is Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall never be destroyed. All right, because that's answering the question: are we going to reign with Yahweh by Shemiah Shah forever? Yes, we will. That first 1,000-year period is going to be that cleaning up period, man, where we're going to be overseers to these heathens building up our kingdom, man. Where the curses are going to be on the other side, put up and placed upon our heathen, man, and our enemies. And that's righteous, that's justice. So that's our speech. We're not speaking of violence, of adultery, of murder, of strikes, of hatred, of envy. Those things get millions of views. They're funded, all right? They have sponsors behind them, and they're made sure to be pushed to the forefront to destroy our people, man. But this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding is only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that's our motivation to keep doing videos, keep doing lessons. It don't matter how many views you get, it don't matter how many likes. We're doing it for the Lord. That's that mindset of that great millstone. You got it, bro.
You want me to continue?
Kind.
All right. Again, this is Daniel 2 and 44. It says, and in the days of these kings shall God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
That's right, man. So no one but Israel is going to have the kingdom, man. No other nation
That's right.
is going to have the kingdom, man. Let me get this off of here, man. Speaking of, bro, get that off of there. All right, you got it, bro.
All right, continuing. Verse 45 says, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain.
Now, yeah, that's Yahushua.
Yes.
That stone is Yahushua, that chief cornerstone. All right, made without the hands of men, because, like we said, such as those that fear only the eyes of men, they fear only the hands of men. Basically, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm doing this to please my supervisor, to please my subordinate, to please my company, my career. So I'm gonna build my house a certain way. But this house, the spiritual house, was made without the hands of man. And that chief cornerstone is Yahushua, man. So it's gonna take faith to get us out of here. All right? And you read it one more time? You had one?
I was about to get one up.
I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna bring out a precept while the brother get it. This is Daniel 2 and 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, all those kingdoms before, man. All right? It break in pieces all those kingdoms, man. And that main ruler, Esau Edom, that serpent, that old serpent that the Bible speaks of, that head is going to be severed, man. Something here. You heard that? Yeah, that head is going to be severed, man. But it says, you got one up? But it says, the great power had made known to the king what shall come to pass thereafter, and a dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Hey, and ultimately, like Isaiah 63rd chapter says, he trying that wine press alone. Yahushua is going to come back in 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, all right? Not lifting up any sword, any instrument of war, all right? Yahushua is going to come back, and those nukes, those are also going to be stones as well, man. Destroying this place, man. Leading America to a brutal destruction. You got it out.
All right, this is backing up the brother point. This is what he was saying about, pretty much people fearing the eyes of men. All right, this is Jeremiah 2:33. Why why trimmest thou ways to seek love? It says, wherefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways? So basically, why are you trimming your ways to try to please, the corporation that you work for, man, or your or the people that you have in your family, man? Man, come to this Halloween party, man. I'm gonna have this Halloween party this weekend. Oh yeah, my little cousin' birthday is this weekend.
Yeah,
You can
man,
come
come get
by.
you some cake,
Yeah,
man.
man, come get you some cake. Get you a plate. You know, now now to be honest, the elders they go over this and say that you're not over righteous if you go get a plate, but if you stay there
Yeah,
and you into those festivities,
it's the difference
yeah,
between going get a plate and engaging in folly.
yeah,
Come on now.
God,
We all
yeah,
we all
that's right,
proclaim ourselves Lord willing to be those wise men. So
yeah,
let's deal with reality.
right,
There's a difference between you getting a plate. That there's nothing wrong with that,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
brother said.
But you putting your spirit behind it, that's
Right.
what really makes the difference, man. Oh yeah, man, it's Halloween. It's a good time. I'm about to get me a cup of cocoa and all that type of stuff, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's what a lot of people be into, man. They actually they put that spirit of Halloween. They put that spirit of Thanksgiving, of getting together and all of
Holiday
that stuff.
cheer.
That holiday cheer, man. That feeling that you get in the middle. That's what you should be a part of, man. All right, get what you got to get, and then get out of there, man. All right, don't let Satan, pull you into that, man. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, man, stay in the spirit.
Yeah. I got a quick one just backing up that Daniel's 2:44 and 45. This is
Uh,
Ephesians 2:19. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High. So we're no more strangers or foreigners. We're fellow, like it says, fellow citizens with the saints, man. So we're of the tabernacle of David, and we ought to act like it. All right? And that comes with knowing that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. So the wisdom of this world is going to get a lot of likes, going to get a lot of attention, it's going to get a platform. But the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It's for the elect of the house of Israel, man. That remnant, all right? Those first fruits. But it says, verse 20 is the point, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahushua Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. You see? That chief cornerstone, man, that building cut out not by the hands of men, but by the Spirit, man. Or Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. That's what we long for. But it says in last verse, it says, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye are also builded together for an habitation of the Most High through the Spirit. And that is in our temple, man. The Spirit dwelleth within us, man. We speak of the prophet. We profess of the Spirit. We all have different gifts of the Spirit, man. But all gifts, all right, serve the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And we use our different gifts, whether we may get attention on it, whether we may get no attention on it or attention on it. We use it for the will of the Father. We use it to glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not our own acts, man. Not with vain glory. You got it out. You can take it out on yours.
all right, this is let me get what is that? Let the just be just.
Okay, I get it. This is Revelations chapter 22, verse 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be just unstill. So, like it, let me start from 9. This is Revelation 22:9. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not. No, Salakia. I'm going to start at 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book, worship Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. And we know, pertaining to Revelation, the 5th chapter, Yahweh Shai was the only one worthy to open the seals of this book. And we know through Yahweh Shai, the elect, this book is not sealed unto us, man. We have the dark parables, the wise sayings, all right? We know how to go about in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We know that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Lord, man. So therefore, we don't desire the wisdom of this world or take upon that shadow. So we do it for the will of the Lord. But it says, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship the Most High. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
That's right. So he that is unjust, the people that's in the world, that's looking for glory and likes and all that stuff, let them be unjust, man. Let them commit those, abominable acts, and let them, let them have shame, man. Let them do those shameful things, man. But the just, man, we're gonna continue to have our integrity, Lord willing, through the Spirit, and we're gonna maneuver, man. We're gonna do what we need to do, to get out of here, man.
Ooh, kind. I just got a real quick one, that.
All
right. This is Romans chapter 1, verse 17. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Just backing the brother up. You got it.
That's right. The just shall live by faith, man. All right. So we're gonna live by these words, man. We're gonna live by these scriptures. All right. We're gonna meditate on these things day and night, and incorporate them in our life, man. All right, and do them, until death, if that be the case, All right. Well, with that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. All right, we're gonna face the east. We give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakadash.
All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and sincerity. All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Bagabal, yo.
Baba Bal.
Right.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.